Hello everyone, welcome back to the Forex Boat Trading Academy. Today is Victor with you as usual, and today we will be doing analysis rather than the trade idea on the pound versus United States dollar. From what I see, the price action is getting very interesting. So before we get started, I would like to remind you that all the information in this video is for educational purpose only, should not be considered as a financial advice. What I like doing is using last waves either to the upside or the downside in my analysis, and provides me with some interesting levels. I have used this last wave to the upside before we had this massive downtrend. And today price is approaching the resistance at 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Another thing is I like watching the breakouts or rejections and the corrective waves. So I will use another Fibs and will place it on this downside correction, which you can see here. And what we have is basically several levels, which is the support at 161.8 Fibs and the resistance at 50% Fibs. Now let's move to the 4-hour chart. Here I can apply trend lines. There is one trend line, and we will place another trend line through other two lows. So what we have is one trend line, and I have used the second point of the first trend line to draw the second trend line. Let's zoom it in. And here we see that price is approached this trend line, which is now acting as the resistance. Now let's add another Fibs to the last corrective move to the downside. What we have is 88.6 Fibonacci retracement. And I will be zooming that to the maximum, where we see that this level 88.6 was rejected cleanly. So first there was a Fibs rejected, now we have 88.6% rejected cleanly as well. Considering this is a 4-hour time frame, we need to watch what will happen with this candle, whether there will be 4-hour close above the resistance or below. Because if there will be a breakout of this level at 131.48 to the upside, we might see rally to continue. And in this case, I think that price will be moving towards the next Fibonacci at 132.50. But as long as this resistance holds, I think the probability of this downside move remains extremely high. So price will most likely attempt to test the 50 moving average and potentially break to the downside. This could be the reversal of the overall uptrend on the pound versus dollar. But obviously we need to see that 4-hour candle will remain below the 88.6 resistance. If that will be the case, price might be spiking above 38.61. And at this stage, we would need obviously a close above that. So this spike will be important as long as it will be below this level. And then we need to watch for the close above this spike in order to confirm further growth potential. Another thing is we see the RCI, which is kind of struggling to go up to produce the double top the same way it did here at this stage. And we see that the selling pressure might be increasing. If I apply the trend line to the RCI, what we see is the break below the trend line. So there is a weakness in price already. And as I said, forward closing price will be very important to see what happens. And if there will be an upside move, probably daily close also will be important to see the overall picture. So 4-hour and daily close below this level will confirm that there is a strong selling pressure, and we could expect this move towards the support and even the trend reversal. We will be getting back to this pair as we go, but so far it just seems there is not enough steam to go up any further. And also I would like to look at the gold today because of this kind of move that we're having. The analysis are on this chart already. So what we see, guys, happened. Price in fact did break to the upside, but you can see that there is a very strong resistance at 2044, and on forward chart there was no breakout. So it's very similar scenario to what we see on the pound, because both of these candles are now attempting to break, and it will be important to see where will be the closing. And the same, very same as the pound dollar, we might see closing price below this support, and then the correction down should follow. So this could be the scenario if there will be closing below, and if there will be daily and 4-hour closing above this resistance, price is likely to go towards 2079 resistance, which is the nearest resistance for the gold. All in all, the trend remains very bullish, but I don't see much of a growth potential at this stage unless there will be this breakout. So watch what will happen and only then take any actions, because right now it could be that the dollar is starting to dominate across the board. Maybe for the short term, maybe for the long term, but this is how it looks at this stage. Moving back to all ideas we had previously, Euro Canadian dollar. This is what was expected on this pair, and price is slightly in green. So here, to protect the trade, I would go for the stop loss at the breakout point just to secure the idea. The ideas that I like the most currently is the euro versus Swiss franc opportunity, which we had this week. So this is the idea. This is the one I like the most of all, because it is trend following. That's the most important. And because we had this massive support formed right there, price rejected it, produced new higher high, and I do believe there will be very soon a move to the upside, and this is the most interesting idea for me personally. Australian Swiss franc could be going to the upside as expected, but considering that the euro Swiss franc is the most interesting idea for me, perhaps this will be the Swiss franc still that will be pushing this pair to the upside. Still looks interesting, and we will continue watching this currency pair. Australian New Zealand dollar went up, broke above the resistance, and guys, this was a counter trend approach which we will not be providing anymore. All the ideas will be exclusively trend following. And the gold that we had previous idea, basically what happened is the scenario when the price broke both resistance levels and continued to move to the upside. So that's it guys for today. Hope you enjoyed the analysis on the pound dollar and the continuation of gold analysis. If so, smash the like button, and yet again please provide your feedback whether you did like the analysis on the trading view, or shall we move back to the MT4, because yesterday we had quite a mixed sentiment on this, and I would like to ask you once again, those who didn't post a comment, please do, and obviously don't forget to smash the like, subscribe to our channel, and see you all tomorrow.